was coming out. I was in the ball sack.
You was swimming.
You said I was swimming.
You was deep sea diving in nuts.
Deep sea diving.
Sick of hearing Beast Mode and I being corporate? Become a YouTube member and get all the shows ad-free and uncensored. So I can say words like,
Take money out of that corporate jar when you become corporate free on the YouTube channel.
attention, Get Gotters, we have merch. Hit the link in the video and below to get your fits.
Don't get got, get yours with our new merch.
Man, I know I'm gonna get got. But I'm gonna get mine more than I get got, though.
2-4 for the one time. I'ma get got, but I bet I gets mine. 2-4 to 2-6. And if I get got, then you know what I'ma get.
Get Gotters, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Money, you ready for another great episode, bro?
Let's get with
You
it,
ready
man.
for another episode?
Let's get with it. Let's
as
get with it.
always, beautiful people, another unique, distinguished guest, actor, comedian, known for his work in Wildin' Out, Haunted House, The Wedding Ringer. He also created and starred in Fox's sketch comedy show In the Flow with Affion, Crockett.
Light skin.
Produced by Jamie Foxx, Affion, Crockett. Welcome to the Get Got Pod.
Yeah. AKA Thug Handshake.
Yeah. Hey, so Get Gotters, we got a
Hey man, hot man.
he came in this thing
Hey,
squeezing
man.
hands, bowing people.
It's a sign of respect and love, man. That's all
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah,
If you shake a black man hand weak as hell, then that shows.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Say what you, but when you come in and shake a hand like that, the alternate version to that is, what's up?
Nah, that's maybe where you from.
see,
That's where you from.
Yeah, bro.
And that's because you a high octane ass.
You know, it's more player around here. You know what I'm saying? I know I got the beanie.
I
and
got you.
and
You sprinkle. I
it's
got you. I got you.
yeah,
I understand what it is.
little player, that
Rocket,
little playerism.
I
with
know
it.
what it is.
You almost
He
broke
think he
my
pimp.
hand.
He think he a pimp.
These
You know
hands
what
don't
I'm saying?
touch nothing but paper.
We love that.
You understand me?
Yeah, mine don't touch nothing but the ass.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, lady
These
ass.
hands is capable and qualified for certified 100% ass grabbing.
There you go. We speaking the same language now.
Yeah,
Fly.
see, that's why you
Sprinkle me,
can't
man.
break my.
Right?
Yeah.
Get your strong
I don't know
ass.
what the hell y'all
Shout out to
talking
40.
about.
Shout out, yeah.
40 Walter. You know what it
What's
is.
happening?
Yeah.
Stop playing.
So, comedian, actor, all of these things, entertainer, man.
Yeah, I take out the garbage. I do everything.
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 You do the whole thing, man.
Yep.
You're a one-man band. You can actually just put on a show, no matter what.
I mean, I've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah,
He one of
bro.
them ones,
What's-
cuz.
Yeah.
What's
Thank you,
long?
brother.
What's long?
Huh?
I said, what's long?
What's long?
How long?
Oh, I've been in the game since 94.
How old is you?
What?
I'm 51.
Shut the up.
So, man, shut up, bro.
I'm 51. Don't run me up, man.
Huh?
I'm
You
51.
51?
Bro,
Yeah.
hey, bro, you
Yeah.
look good.
Come on,
dog.
man.
Come
Appreciate you,
on,
my
bro.
guy. Yeah, we out here.
Hey, money, you
Black
know,
don't crack and baby.
You really 51?
He said
Yeah.
babes don't age. I
You
never
a
heard
wild,
that.
Black don't crack and beige don't age.
you a wild boy.
Come on, dog.
51?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Dog, so
Me,
you
me
been-
and hip hop turned 50 to literally
The
a
same
day
time,
apart.
man?
Yeah.
So you've been in this game a minute, dog.
I've been in this game a minute.
Talk about some since you've been in the game a minute. Who's influenced you to do some of these? I mean, you do impersonations.
Eddie Murphy.
You do stand. Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy's the greatest for me, the greatest of all time. Like he has the records to prove it, the box office numbers, the skill set to prove it. He's just that dude, man. Like he's so up in that cloud and that upper echelon that like some of the biggest stars today they're still trying to emulate him. And they still, you know what I mean? Like when he steps in the room, even Will Smith is like, yo, respect to the God. Like that's Eddie Murphy. And
Yeah.
Will is box office king. So it's
Yeah.
like you can't ignore what he's done. But I mean, there's more than that. There's the Wayans family what they did with In Living Color, and you know what I'm saying?
Do
I'm
you-
gonna get you, sucker. And
Remember he had, what was the,
Yo.
was it the handicap
I'm gonna get you
man?
sucker.
Handyman, Damon Wayans.
Handyman. Oh my God.
I'm gonna get you, sucker.
I'm gonna get you, sucker. Change the game, but you gotta think, bro.
That was the purge.
They're the reason why the Super Bowl halftime show
Yes.
is such a big deal.
100%.
They used to put a ticker up. Hey man, go back to the Super
Go
Bowl
back
after
to-
you finish.
Yeah.
The next year, the Super Bowl got Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
That's how
Nah,
they did it.
They kicked it off.
Game changing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah,
Damn, bro. I didn't know you was that old.
Yeah, I'm old head
I
for
thought
sure.
we was
But I
good.
keep myself, together.
Yeah,
As black people, we got to make sure we healthy. You know what I'm saying?
So hold up. So all right. So I'm not as refined as you. You know what I mean? But I'm up there too.
Just call me old. Nigga.
I'm not as refined as you.
You trying to use?
Yeah.
Trying to use euphemized words.
According to a recent ZipRecruiter survey, 76% of all employers plan to expand headcount for 2025. That's a lot of time spent hiring, but that's what happens when you're trying to grow that business. You see us out here trying to grow this podcast business.
If you're one of those employers who's ramping up hiring this year, don't miss out on this advice. Add ZipRecruiter's latest features, Zip Intro, to your hiring plan.
It lets you post jobs today and talk to qualified candidates tomorrow. Best of all, it does most of the work for you, so you save time.
And right now, you can try Zip Intro for free at ziprecruit.com/getgot.
Zip Intro gives you the power to quickly assess excellent candidates for your job via back-to-back video calls. We love efficient video calls in this day and age now.
You simply pick a time and a Zip Intro does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. We love efficiency.
Just go to ziprecruiter.com/getgot right now to try Zip Intro for free.
Again, that's ziprecruiter.com/getgot.
Zip Intro, post jobs today, talk to qualified candidates tomorrow.
How you find yourself, on the social media tip, man? Like, you know what I mean? Because you big on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, how was that adjustment? Because you remember life before this social media. You remember life when we had.
I wasn't born in black and white. Stop playing.
I mean, the way you put it out there like you was, though.
Nah. For me, everything has been gradual because literally I've been in the game. I mean, I grew up when we had VHS tapes, Betamaxes and all that, but it's been a gradual change and I've gotten involved for the most part with everything as it was introduced to us.
I got you. Yeah.
So I wasn't like
going with the times.
with everything.
I wasn't like one of the old. It was like, I can't do that. These young people doing this.
You
and
didn't resist
and
the
be
change.
complaining
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Nah, you got to blend in with that because it's just a part of life. The analogy I always use is whenever they took roll down windows out of cars and put power in, who was the dumbass that was complaining? Nah, don't put that power in there. We want to roll.
My stepdaddy still got one of them, though. He complained. Yeah, I'm sorry.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, he did. He still loved it.
Stuck in his ways.
Yeah.
You got to
He
stay
did, bro.
progressive out here, man. So that's all.
God, just growing with the times, bro, man. That's like, that's crazy.
Damn, you just made me feel hella old because I'm one of the old.
How old are you?
38.
38? Yeah.
I'm one of the old. Like, man, I don't really. The thing for me is I can't just pull out my horn and start selfie video recording me though. That's my only thing with it. But if you feel me, then I could probably wiggle. You know what I mean? Some social media. But most of it you got to be here and be all.
But
Like,
that's
that
only
shit weird for me.
one aspect of it. You don't have to do it that way.
No, I mean, because I do content.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I get it. But as far as, that's the only thing for me, I would say, like, would be, like,
No,
why
I'm the
my
same.
social media
I'm the same as you. Like, I'm a very private person, so I don't like all of this selfie stuff.
Yeah,
I can't do the selfies, but I'll do sketches.
Okay.
Or I'll do like an
Yeah.
announcement. Or I'll put the ring light up if I'm doing an official like thought or whatever. But just walking around and be in my car and just,
Yeah, that.
it's weirdo behavior to
Well,
me.
that's because I think
Hell yeah.
modern us as a modern society, they use social media the wrong way. A lot of that's supposed to be just marketing. Whatever you selling, you got a product, sell it to somebody on it. But a lot of times people are showing their everyday movements, which for real, really, it ain't always.
But that's what people
it's
product
meant to
is
be.
now. Because my thing is, I be like, damn, okay, so what are they doing? Like, what's the What's the talent?
You gotta put your whole life on display. And I honestly believe that I probably would be a bigger personality, a bigger artist if I did that. But it's just not me. And everybody ain't privy to my life. I give you what I want you to see. And I keep it right there. Like I'm just not about to. That's the part that I don't adjust to. Yeah. Because there's parts of it that's bad for the culture too. You know what I'm saying? Overexposure is bad. We would like never.
My young, they like going on that 30 stick switches and hell. I'm like,
but that's dumb, bro.
I wish you wouldn't do the switch. Have it when you time, but on the, you know what I mean?
Let it. Do it if you need it. Pull it out if you need it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't flash it and do all the nonsense. Like,
but I mean, because I see a lot of that. And I'm like, damn, man, I wish I could holler at Mike. Just tell him, like, oh, you got it.
We can tell by the way you walk.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
But I think a lot of them are doing it for the wrong. They're doing it just to get the attention. Hey, look at me. You know what I'm saying? Because if it was more for a survival thing, I don't think they'd be doing that. You know what I mean? To me, it's more of a fad or showing on social media. Look what I got. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I wanted to get into it with you. You know my guy, Big Spice Adams, went to school, Penn State, greatest university.
Damn, Mike, bro, is you?
What? There's connections.
Breathe, damn, you forcing Penn State on me? You don't even know what that's saying.
Down here, I just am saying as a matter of fact.
Like,
no Big Spice. Spice was a teammate of mine at Penn State. It's a real school. He just mad because Cal.
Come on, Beast.
Cal ain't really doing much in the football world right now, but it's all good. We just finished the college football playoff. But the point I'm trying.
Why you talking that?
I got on to you really as y'all did the Verzuz thing.
Look, I'm trying not to say pause because that's Cam and me. But go ahead. I'm trying to stay away from it.
There you go. Nah, we can't say
go
that.
Ahead, man.
We say pause every time. All right. Basically, man, how you come up with these skits, man? It's like how do you?
Well, Verzuz just handed the gems. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it was pre-packaged. Once we saw the Teddy Riley and Babyface and the sound was going, it was, you know, they had to stop within 15 minutes because the sound was messed up and there was too much technology going on at the time. They didn't have the bandwidth for it. So me and Spice was like, yo, should we spoof it? And when we did it, man, the first spoof, people was on, it was like 10,000 people watching us at that time. Like
steady stream, 10,000.
Just
like
steady stream, yeah.
And that's way more than that.
And
you know
we was like,
yeah,
and then, yeah, of course, when it's done, the cumulative number is like out of here. But we was like, oh, we got something. And so me and him just happened to be that got way too much clothes just laying around in our closets. So we had all these outfits. So whatever anybody wore on Verzuz, we could match it. So before the Verzuz was even over, we already had a photo shoot done in their outfits.
Hold on, already?
So he would send me his outfit. Mind you, we didn't even meet each other for like a year and a half. We did everything virtual during the pandemic.
Straight up.
So he would go
utilize.
Hold on, how you get on with him? How did that even happen? If y'all didn't meet each other,
social media. I was already a fan. I was like laughing at him. He's already stupid. Like he don't have sense. So
yeah,
we just hit each other. Was like, yo, man, should we spoof it? We was like, yeah, let's do it. And once that first one was out of here, we was like, oh, we got something. So that's how it really.
Oh my goodness, bro. He said they just got a bunch of clothes. Spice was in college, had outfits, bro. He would be in character for days at a time. Like, are you Spice today or are you Goldie? I'm Goldie. Goldie today. And you like, bro, we got practice. Goldie had practice too.
Goldie come to practice?
Bro, he would stay in character for days.
You were saying something about some gold shoes. He would wear
the big gold shoes with the whole all-purple suit.
The boots, right?
Yeah, big gold boots, man.
Yeah, that's that Q-Dog, man. Q-Dog life.
Q-Dog, man.
They was active on
they
that.
run around barking.
I was going to almost be a Q-Dog in college till they told me I had to go through a house and random people was going to beat me up.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, well, if I catch one of them, am I good? They said, oh, no, you can't catch one of them.
So you can't fight back?
I can't fight back. I said, nah.
That's why I didn't play.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to be a part of it.
And you got to pay them.
They don't even know if you got hands. They just want to beat you?
Yeah, it's hazing.
Yeah, it's like this hazing. It's basically.
And then you got to pay too. Like there's an initiation fee. I'm like, I'm not paying y'all to beat my ass and then I'm going to call you my brother.
You got to pay.
At least let's throw hands.
let me swing back.
Yeah, the least you
get
can
active.
do is let me throw hands because you want my money and want
That was my whole thing. I think you would think that was cool that I was fighting
It
back.
sounds
You don't
like
want no
pimping to
punk.
me.
Yeah, well, form of it, a form of it, so to speak, man.
Yes,
Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
right.
Yeah, man. But damn, that's crazy.
It is crazy, man. But look, out of all your roles, all the things that you do, man, like, what's been your favorite character that maybe you either organically come up with yourself or a role that you play?
I can't say that I have one particular favorite. The one that everyone, like, when I'm traveling or whatever, the thing that most people come up to me is Ray Ray. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, that's they.
yeah.
That's they.
Yeah.
So.
What that?
Yeah.
I said, hold on. I'm gangster, but I ain't that gangster.
Yeah, you trying to get me killed, cuz? Hey, man. Again, the Wayans family, man. Like, those my brothers. Those my family, like,
Man,
in a real way.
Hey, I swear to God, bro, that one
Is the comedic like group like that, especially black comedians? Is that a close knit group? Like, is it like guys looking out, putting guys on?
You mean the
stuff
comedy,
like that?
the comedy world as a whole?
Yeah, as a whole.
No. The comedy world is very separated. There's cliques. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like, for some dumbass reason, the comedy world is now like the rap game. Like, everybody's a clique. Everybody, like, kind of like
Adam Sandler and his group, Seth Rogen.
everybody got a group. I'm talking about black comedy specifically.
Yeah,
there's a lot of, like.
So who the groups? You got the Kevin Hart group, I'm assuming, right? Who else?
Yeah, I don't name names, but everybody has a clique, of course.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying? Of course, we know Plastic Cup Boys,
Yeah.
but what I'm saying is there's too much division, which there should be more unity. But back to the Wayans specifically, I'm cool with them because we worked together before, and I literally studied all their DNA, their comedy DNA. So that's how we just kind of like gelled. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man.
it just sounds like yo Mount Rushmore of comedians. You ain't had no choice but to succeed.
100%.
You ain't had no choice but to succeed.
All I study is greatness.
Hell yeah.
What's the drive
sure.
behind that though, man? Because it seemed like we we played in the league, we professional football, so
For sure.
we've seen a level of like preciseness and having to take stuff seriously, discipline or whatever. Talk about how you've had to kind of structure your life in a disciplined way to make sure you're not sitting here by mistake.
Well,
You know
I
what I'm
study
saying?
athletes.
Oh,
Yeah, primarily like basketball more so.
hold on. On the wrong show for that. You come over
Yeah,
here and
talk
talk
about
about
basketball.
strong.
Is it what it is, Marshawn, or is it not what it is?
Oh,
I'm gonna tell
What
you
you trying to do, man?
You talking about some. We gonna have to see what type of time you really on.
yeah.
I mean, see, look, you know what? I'm
There's a
respecting.
pillow between us.
I'm gonna respect my elders.
There's a
I'm gonna respect my elders. Hell yeah.
I ain't on none of that, man. Out of here with that gang.
I'm a square.
Me too. I'm a nerd.
Yeah,
I'm a blurred.
I watch Harry Powder.
What?
Yeah.
He got
He
that.
said he got that.
Harry Powder
been
got
saying
that
powder.
powder.
No, but back to what I'm saying. Like y'all are who y'all are because there's a certain amount of discipline and time that was put into what you do. You can't fake that.
Right.
You can't fake going out there either hitting or getting hit and being able to take it. There's conditioning that comes with that. So for me, I'm studying the greats in any level. I'm a Bruce Lee fan. Bruce Lee was that guy. I'm like I said, Eddie Murphy, LeBron, Kobe, Mike. These people they put time in that others weren't willing to put in. You know what I'm saying? You hear all those Kobe stories of how it was in the gym.
I was a shots a
4
day,
a.m.
bro.
Maniac.
And that was before practice. I had to do that before practice.
Come on,
you know?
man. Like there's a regiment that goes in with that. Steph Curry, like
Maniac.
assassin.
Maniac.
So I study that mentality and I apply it to comedy. It's like any arena that I'm in, if I'm on TV doing a sitcom, if I'm on film with a big star like a Bernie Mac or Sam Jackson,
Damn.
if I'm on the stand-up stage with Martin Lawrence, wherever I am, I try to make sure that I'm conditioned to be great at it. Internet, whatever.
Yeah. So like, I mean, and I'm pretty sure you the people around you helped you out with this, but like, I'm always interested in how funny people get into being funny. Like, is it just you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look, I'm just gonna tell. I know people are just funny, but to stand up and tell jokes is different. It's timing.
That's the art form.
It's the art. Yeah, you got.
I ain't gonna lie.
You taking people's attention and taking them through
I was hanging around
stuff.
dudes like him in college because he naturally funny.
Yeah.
So I would hang around the dudes that was like those guys. They was the street. But they was funny. They was funny, but you knew what they was about.
Yeah.
Off campus. I would just hang with them. I learned to be funny. I learned there's a certain like rhythm to it, and just hanging around them.
You light skin.
Exactly.
Don't be funny, man. That's corny.
Yeah.
No, look, I was a courting. I grew up in Germany, Army brat, so I didn't have the
Hass. Dope. Hass.
Was?
Hass.
Was ist
Dope. Hass.
Was ist das?
I don't know. I heard
Look.
it. Oh, I was in Munich.
Was machst du jetzt?
Oh, and you speak that too.
I mean,
I heard that on How High when they
Oh,
come
yeah,
in.
yeah,
That
yeah.
dope house. So when I was in Germany, I would just play that hella loud.
See, this is how I got funny. I would hang around. I would hang around him, and I learned, how to really have that visceral, connective funny.
Yeah.
That's culturally relevant and people would understand. So, I study. I'm just a student. And then the performance aspect is just from, reps in, time on stage. You need that.
you dance too, huh?
Exactly.
Reps.
Yeah.
You be dancing,
I've
bro.
been b-boying since I was 10 years old, man. Spinning
That
on
was
my
hella
back,
long ago, too.
spinning on my head. You're not gonna keep calling
That's
me
over
old.
40
man.
years.
I didn't say that. I just said, damn.
He said that was hella long ago.
I was
too.
at a
And then
timeline
he
like
looked off into the sky.
Yeah,
like
like, damn.
he was reminiscing on when black and white.
Yeah.
No.
Man.
No, because it's dope as fuck that you say that, because it's crazy. It's crazy that you say that you study athletes, because when I was in college, I took a Dave Chappelle class.
What you mean?
They had a
We
Dave
had a
Chappelle
Dave
class.
Chappelle class. We had a Tupac class. We had a bebop.
Oh,
to
we all
hip-hop
study.
class.
Yeah.
And we studied all of that, had to write papers on it. And at that time, like, I couldn't walk on campus without quoting some kind of something from Dave Chappelle. Like, for the 3 years that I was at school, like, that was who, you say Spice had Goldie,
Mhm.
I probably would have been Dave Chappelle. And then you feel me with the artists. And then you got Mac Dre, who was more than just an artist, that was everything. So it was like, when you take, you study greatness, and then learning that you're a student, and then hearing somebody, with your body of work, and then, at your age, you still talking about studying and learning. I'm just saying, though, about studying and learning, it's like,
My back hurt.
yeah.
I need a backiotomy.
I need it. Back to say I need it back.
Doctor, I need a backiotomy.
You feel me? But hearing you say that is like, because I feel I'm a student, and now that I'm getting into more of the entertainment space around, TV shows,
Acting.
movies, and all that. Like, hearing you say that is like, oh, like, I really can find a space for Marshawn in this industry. And it wasn't even like, I can't even ask you for no ism and no game, but just hearing like, yeah, I study athletes. Like, well, damn, I was an athlete. And then when I get on set, I never want to be looked at as, that's the football player.
Right.
So I put in the time, I put in the studies and learning so much, but also to the point where what I'm figuring out now is how I don't get lost and submerged in the acting so much, but more so like how to bring myself through a character
Into the character, yeah.
without, losing whatever it is that I got.
Here's what I would say to that.
Oh yeah, I guess game.
Because look at Denzel, right? He's one of the greatest that we've ever seen,
Right.
especially for the Black community, right? There's always going to be a touch of his personality in every character. He always going to have that swag. Denzel always got that, like, you can't.
Facts.
In the way he's talking, right?
Facts.
But on top of that, for you specifically, because you have a very distinct persona, everybody knows who you are. They know who Marshawn is, right? But be willing to look foolish, meaning don't be afraid to like play a character, study dialects, like really go into being a whole nother person. So now you can say, yo, I really played a character, or you know what I'm saying? Like I was a whole nother person. And when you look at the screen, you can't even see me no more.
Ooh.
Like be willing to have those moments where you're like, you know what? Let me stop. Let me not just be the cool guy all the time, or just be always a version of myself. Let me dive in. Let me shave my head for a role. Let me put on glasses for a role. Let me lose weight for a role.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It just depends on how connected you want to be to it.
So look, I had the opportunity, right? I played in a movie, Bottoms, and it was like a high school lesbian movie, and I was a geography teacher. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I dressed like a gym teacher,
Right.
and and I'm asking the director, and my shout out baby girl for giving me the opportunity, because I had some whole other gang going on that I thought she was gonna say, we can't do this. Wow, but she still took a chance on me and gave me the opportunity. And then as I'm watching it, I watched it with, well, first I didn't. I let my goddaughter and my cousin watch it. And they was like, you did hella good. And I'm like, for real? And like, yeah, it really showed, because I would read my lines. I'm like, from what we did to what I seen on film, like when we was reading it just you, I couldn't get with it. But when I seen you actually performing, I got it. And it was like, it didn't even look like you was acting. So I'm like, what? I thought that was a bad thing.
No.
But then when I acted,
That's the great part, is when you actually are so natural that it don't feel like you acting. Because I tell people that all the time. Like, acting, the key to acting is not to act. It's to have a conversation. Like I just met you today, so we started having a
I
conversation.
met you a long time ago.
Hey,
I don't know.
exactly.
I don't know. Yeah. I met you a long time ago.
I swear to God, it's my light skinned cousin.
Hysterical.
You know what I mean?
But my point is, the same way we having this natural conversation,
Right.
that's how your dialogue should feel in a movie.
Right.
It should feel natural. It shouldn't feel like you trying to act, right? But do you know who Jeffrey Wright is?
Hell yes.
Yeah. Study Jeffrey Wright.
Westworld.
Yeah.
I did
Shaft.
Westworld with him.
Westworld. Okay, yeah. So you know.
Hell yeah. Man, that's my
Who we should all be studying.
Really? Well, what about him? Talk to him a little bit.
Jeffrey Wright, in the same year, played a Dominican drug lord in Shaft with Sam Jackson. Peoples. You saw Shaft?
Yeah.
And then he played Martin Luther King
Oh,
on HBO.
completely.
And then he was in Angels in America,
Character.
playing multiple characters. He played this flamboyant character. He was playing all these different people. You'll see him playing a politician alongside George Clooney in Ides of March. He's so versatile, sometimes you don't even recognize that it's him.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Damn.
So depending on how connected you want to be in this act, him, Gary Oldman,
I
they
gotta do my homework on him.
are chameleons with it. Like they get lost in the character, and you can't tell that it's them no more. That's that next level that a lot of people have not reached.
Right. Damn.
Will they? Will and again, I'm just asking. I'm a novice at this. I don't know. Will they like prep by practicing that character throughout their everyday life? I guess I'm saying, how do you even get to that level. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing. Once you exercise that muscle enough, you find quicker ways to be able to harness it. I don't know if y'all seen a hip hop story, my movie. The movie I produced.
Hip hop story.
It's on the hiphopstory.com. It's not on no streamers. It's independent. You can watch that today. Yeah, hiphopstory.com. I play 14 different people in the hip hop, along the hip hop journey.
Yo, Eddie Murphy.
Exactly. From Kool Herc to Russell Simmons to Jay-Z to Cornel West, Joe Budden. I say all that to say, it was nothing for me to switch characters because I've been doing it. The reps are there. I could rely on that muscle already to just be able to harness that. So when it comes to, and
you know what it feels like to be in your pocket. Send that to me, money.
It's hiphopstory.com.
Hiphopstory.com, yeah.
So when you look at Jeffrey Wright playing Peoples, I saw him in an interview. He said, there was a Dominican dude that worked at a coffee shop when I used to go take my laptop and study in.
So you studied
and he just heard, he's like, hey, what was the voice he said? You come around here? You want to, how many times you want to come in here? He said, how many times you want to come in here? You know what I'm saying? Like he heard that phrase and he just started applying that to the character Peoples. You know, this is an Egyptian call. Egyptian call thing, mother. He went in, he dialed in, but I don't think he had to prep so much because he's already in that. In that space of transforming.
And once you feel it, you kind of know how to get to that feeling again. I got a text from one of my homies. Said to ask you about your experience about meeting Prince. I didn't know you met Prince, bro. You got to spill the beans on that one, bro.
Look, that was some friends of mine are musicians, and one of them got to play keyboard for Prince. And I'm also friends with the twins who used to dance for him, Maya and Nandy. So Prince used to do these parties in LA, 3121, that was the name of the album and the address of the house that he was at. And so he used to do these parties and it would be like, you walk in, Shaka Khan's performing in the living room. Stevie Wonder's eating a slider in the kitchen. Like, it's the weirdest, legendary gathering of people. And I'm at this party, and they was always tough to get into. Like, they was really strict on the list. It wasn't no +1. I could just show up with two of y'all. Yeah. They didn't give a who y'all was. If I just showed up with two extra people and my name was the only one on the list, it wasn't going down like
just
that.
You getting in there.
So I get into this party, and I'm literally like, I feel out of place. My back is against the wall tight. I'm scanning the room because I don't want to get kicked out. Yeah. I got my hat on to the back. I got a hoodie on. I'm like, man, I'm underdressed. I'm in Prince's house. This is legendary. So I'm watching Shaka Khan, the legendary, perform in the living room. And as I'm watching her, out of my peripheral, I see this little purple speck. And I'm thinking I'm imagining it, but it's I see purple, head to toe purple, walking towards me. And I turn and it's Prince, and he has his hand out. He says, I've seen you on TV. You're really good. And I was like, man, you're Prince. And he just kind of did a little chuckle, like, he did a chuckle.
You just made all the Charlie Murphy stories come to life
right now.
That's my brother right there, man. But no, that's So I looked at my homeboy. I said, I hate it. Prince know me. I don't give about nothing else. If no one else know me in this career world, if that man knows who I am, I did something that was right. So, but come to find out, him and Cat Williams was friends. So he was watching Wildin' Out all the time. Because me and Cat was on, we was the original cast members. So, I've lived a life.
Yeah, bro. Prince, dog. That's big, bro.
Nah, that's one
legendary.
That's
legendary.
Hoop?
Nah, I don't hoop. So I already heard
you like basketball, but you don't hoop.
Light skin.
Man,
through and through.
I'm about to walk out. I'm about to walk out of here.
He said you like genuine light skin.
Yeah, I played soccer.
Did you?
I was a Leo Messi. Yeah, I grew up in Germany. I told y'all that.
I was about to say, yeah.
What was the last year you played soccer? Like,
Oh
how
no,
long?
I was a kid. But that's the only actual sport I played. And then from there, I got into martial arts and hip hop, b-boying, dancing. So my life became hip hop at that time. I didn't play those sports.
So
I'm light skinned.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm like
You was able to get into hip hop even in Germany. Like, how long were you in Germany?
even more so because it's big. Yeah, it's a major culture over there. And I got in at the beginning, so it was all like everybody was like, "What is this?" So we was all trying to get involved. And at the time I was there, there wasn't a lot of entertainment. So we had to entertain ourselves. There's only one American channel. So unless you spoke German, it wasn't on Netflix. It's like, this is a long time ago.
I got it, man.
This is way back in the day.
Hey, I'm here with
When
you,
Ronald
man.
Reagan was
Ronald Reagan,
president.
Jeez.
Yeah. It was a long
80s,
time.
baby.
Yeah.
In the 80s, a lot of stuff was going on in the communities back then.
A lot of things happened.
Yeah, a lot of things happening.
A lot of
Things, lot of
A lot of things.
Y'all wasn't even thought of at the time. You feel me?
I was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in my 40s. So.
Okay, so you was right there. Oh yeah, you was right around.
Yeah, you know,
Mhm.
I was coming out. I was in the ball sack.
You was swimming.
You said I was swimming.
You was deep sea diving in nuts.
Deep sea diving, me and a million of my other brothers and sisters. You know what I mean?
Word.
But I was the one. But
You made
it's
it through.
crazy that you,
Facts.
man, I hate to go into this though. But, you know, from what my mama told me, I was supposed to have a twin. Right?
Mhm.
And the way she said it.
Two of you motherfuckers running around here.
I know, huh?
Oh my
Could
goodness.
you imagine
Terrorizing.
Yeah.
dog?
No, I couldn't imagine that.
But she was like, you know, somehow, some way, he or she, you know, disappeared. But they lent me their placenta. You know what I mean?
So what you got extra?
I mean, you know,
That's why you
kind of
beast
makes
mode?
sense where
That's
you be
why you
like,
beast.
I don't see you lifting, you don't practice, you don't do this,
Oh,
but
yeah.
you hella
He
strong.
don't lift, bro.
He's
He
2-1.
never.
No, I had two placentas though. You feel me?
Yeah, you
But
got
what's
all the nutrients of two
Yeah,
people.
you got the
and
power.
then mom's was like, you better do something.
No weight.
Cause you the reason why I'm
You
big.
ate that
right
other
now,
mother. You
feel me?
ate the other placenta, dog. You devoured it.
You had to work out though.
Both of
at
them
some
came.
point.
No. Work out, man. That man ain't work out.
Man, let Mike tell it, bro. I don't do.
But no.
Let Mike tell it.
You know, I'm the one who always say you the generational, one of the last generational running backs. It's Saquon, it's you and AP. Y'all the last three that this league has ever seen. So, you know, come on, man. You know, I throw you your flowers, bro.
You just got that brother that just be on your head though, just like, you know what I mean? Whether it's your real brother or
Oh yeah.
your brother.
You gotta have those homies though.
Before we let you get up out of here, we
Thank you. See, you hear him, right? Because he see it in you. That's the third time he done got you.
what?
This.
Huh?
See, that went right over your head, but
I
don't
heard
trip. You might be light skinned on the low too.
What?
We might gonna take your dark skin card and give it to him.
I'm happy light skinned though. I can sing. I'm good.
Sing.
Come on.
Out of here.
Bro, you 51 talking about
And? I mean,
ain't no 51.
get out of here.
Yeah.
You talking about?
You know what I mean? Hope. Look, my plan is to last, not come in last. So, well, you know what?
Let me tell you something. Life is great, but
Say it
you gotta
again.
stay in shape though.
Well,
Cause look, the minute I become, you know, doing this shirt like this, hey man, what's up, young? What's up, man? If I don't walk in here like
That's
that's what I'm saying.
That's
The minute I become
gonna
that, then there's no fly. There's nothing fly about me. You understand me? Y'all didn't know I was 51 until I said it.
You right, bro.
You would have thought I was 39
I still
or 40.
think you jawsing, but I mean, I ain't
No.
gonna.
He said it too confidently and too quick. If he was lying, he would have hesitated just a little.
Man, I know I'm gonna get got.
It's the Get Got Pod, right? A few years ago, me and Beast Mode, we did an interview, and he famously said, "Look, everybody get got, but I'm gonna get mine more than I get got." Okay. Now we were in that context. We were talking about on the football field.
Right.
Has there been a time in your career, you know, that you feel comfortable sharing where you got?
You set that up pretty nice. You said quote wrong.
What?
But the way you
I said it
positioned
the
the
right
question,
way.
you set it up kind of nice.
I can tell you, argue all the time.
Bro, sometimes we can't even get to the interview because we just going back and forth.
Yeah.
I don't talk to on purpose. I don't talk to him during the week just so that when we do, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We can
so
just
when
all
y'all meet
fresh.
up, yeah.
all fresh. So half of the interview, we just
Text it.
Setting me up then, bro. He playing chess while I'm over here trying to get prepared. I had notes. For my pen, I had a pen, but I had to put the whole wallet.
Yeah, no, that's that
in that
Hennessy.
nigga
That's
corporate
the second
jar.
bottle of Hennessy today.
Nah,
So-
that, the fourth.
Yeah.
That's a fourth. You talking about?
Yeah,
Look
man.
here.
We
Getting got, yeah, you always get got in some kind of way when you learning the game. Like you might have under negotiated when you could have got more money for a project or something like that. So yeah, there's always tales of you could have gotten a better deal or something like that. But it all comes with part of the game. Like I don't look at it as getting got. I look at it as that's just a lesson. Like it's like getting tackled. Like
Yeah.
you gonna get you can't play football and not get hit.
Yeah.
You can't box and not get punched in the face.
Yeah.
So at some point, if you're trying to have an unblemished face, don't box. So if you get in this game, you're gonna get got. It's just how fast do you learn how to not get got or how to leverage yourself to get the most out of what you gonna get?
Yeah.
How soon are you gonna learn the lesson? If you you 40 years in the game and you still getting scale,
Yeah.
you didn't learn.
Yeah.
You didn't learn how to leverage nothing. Social media, your personality, leverage nothing. You just getting got. You just keep getting rolled over on. Like, nah, you gotta learn.
You know what, bro? That was the most
right there,
51-year-old light-skinned answer that anybody could have gave.
That was some perspective.
And I'm
right there.
glad
You gave that perspective from my boy. Like, you lived a
And I'm
long
I
glad-
don't even know what that meant. Either Elmo 51.
That- you know what I mean? Damn.
You look older than me. Shut. Old
That's
ass
because I don't got no
38.
black on. Shades on. If I would have had
you
my
live a
shades
hard
on,
life.
if I would have had my shades
live a
on,
hard
that would have
life.
knocked it like a 10
sleep.
piece off.
Either you the
Sleep.
paranoid. You sleep like that.
Goddamn right. With my eyes on, both eyes on.
You be like, hey, just in case think he gonna get something off me.
I'm
I
on
gotta
it.
keep my eyes open on these.
But I'm sleep like a. Bad part, Mike, in meeting,
Oh, yeah.
I'm here with it
So
like
look.
this. I could sleep like this.
We
for
in
real,
running
for
back
real.
meetings.
No, I know.
We in
I
running back
had
meetings
to.
Keep that
together.
energy.
I had to.
He would stand
You know
up
how
to
much?
stop from
You know how
falling
much
asleep.
money you get fined? They'll fine your ass,
$150. You had it.
man.
He would-
$150.
He
talking
would,
10 bank.
he would stand up to stop from going to sleep. But before you
why
know
would
it,
you
he
fall
sleep
asleep in a
standing
meeting
up.
anyway? Kind sir, care to explain that?
Cause I don't sleep.
Exactly.
I can sleep when
Exactly.
he dead. You feel? What
I
I'm
know
saying?
him without knowing him. You see that?
I just told you we been met. In my head, it's
Yeah.
I told you one of my light skinned cousins.
I'm out here. I'm your
Man,
light
look,
skinned uncle.
I want to say thank you for coming by. Light skin.
I'm light skinned uncle to you.
Man, look, man.
Every time you see me from here on out, address me as such.
I got you, my boy.
Light skin.
Get you light skinned up.
Hey, Affion, thanks for coming by the show today.
Nah, much love,
Good job,
man.
It's all love, man. All love, bro.
Man, I know I'm gonna get got. But I'm gonna get mine more than I get got, though.
2-4 for the one time. I'ma get got, but I bet I get mine. 2-4 to 2-6, and if I get got, then you know what I'ma get.